Hi Leo, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot reader. This is your July love reading, Leo, for the month of July. And it's going to be, I'm going to draw 3 cards initially that represent your energy, and then the next 3 are going to represent the energy of the person or the situation that's coming towards you in the month of July. Okay, so I'm also going to be doing additional love readings as well from now on, because people are requesting them. So I'm in the middle of the month, I'm going to do an additional love reading for you guys, Leo. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and click on the bell below, because then that will tell you as soon as I upload any new content. The cards are now ready. Fabulous. A card came out when I was shuffling as well, but I won't tell you unless it comes out again, because I think it was a good card. I was like, oh, I don't want to. I always do that. This wants to come out. This is the focus of your reading. Okay, so Leo, the challenging times, my love, are over. This is the 10 of Swords. Now, this card wanted to just come out, so I had to bring it out. So it's suggestive. It can be suggestive of a few things. Okay, it can be suggestive of this is the energy that you've just left behind, or that you're leaving behind at the end of June or the beginning of July. It's this feeling of betrayal when we have the 10 of Swords, feeling stabbed in the back. But the thing about it is, it's transformative. With tens, it's a doorway, it's a gateway, it's an ending and it's a beginning to something new. It's like the Death card. It's a transformation from this energy. So this isn't how you're feeling now. It's about transforming from that energy. So it's extremely positive. You go from the darkness into the light with the Sun, Leo. I mean, look at that for your first card, the Sun card, probably one of the most popular. Good. I can't think of the word. What I'm trying to say. Positive. That's the card. That's the word. Positive card in the deck. It's the Sun card. Okay. It's a beautiful card. Beautiful energy. It's all about abundance and growth. Is the Sun card. It's about illumination. It's about your realizing and understanding that you're in a completely different space to where you have been in the past with the 10 of Swords. You're moving on from that energy into this energy. You're free and you are enlightened and you are abundant, and your world is growing and expanding, and your feelings about love and your feelings about being in relationships and love of yourself and love of others, that is something that is really changing this month, Leo. You're going into it with a brand new perspective, actually, which is really good. For some reason, I need to pull a card to clarify the Sun, and I wouldn't have thought I would have. We've got this is the card that came out first of all, the Ace of Swords. This is a card of clarity, emotional clarity, emotional clarity, mental clarity, but also communicating with clarity. But you've earned it. You've earned that clarity. And obviously we know that after the 10 of Swords comes the one of Swords, comes the Ace of Swords, okay? So in this instance, this is suggestive of the suffering that you have in the past, having overcome this suffering or overcoming that suffering this month, and really being enlightened and able to speak your truth and live your life authentically in the way that you want. Go after the love that you want. Go after the relationship that you want. Even if it's been challenging in the past, even if there's been third party situations, there has been for some of you, actually, I got that then. There's been some third party-ness going on. And that's not, and I don't mean like cheating it, I mean like not really ending one relationship with somebody else properly, officially, and then moving on. Someone did that in the three of you. That could have happened to you, but it's about moving forward now. You're feeling in a totally different place, actually, or you should be. There is a link to the past though with the six of Cups. So again, this could be looking back at the relationships that you were in, or the past love. I mean, you have to apply it, whether this applies to you or the person that you're seeing or dealing with, you have to apply that
Can you see Tiny Dog? Isn't he cute? He's sleeping.
Sorry, Tiny.
He's not really in. Look at him. There he is. He's a little cutie, isn't he? Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so you have this pain, this Ten of Swords, you know, that, well, not the Ten of Swords, you know, the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords could have been caused by a past relationship that you're in, but now you're feeling very differently about it. It's like there's a lot of, it's because we've got 3 planets in retrograde this month, and we've got Chiron in retrograde as well. So we've got Neptune, we've got Mercury, Chiron's just gone retrograde, like literally today, I think on the 4th when I'm doing these readings, and there's another one that I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not an astrologer, remember. But when we have retrogrades, it's about looking back, and it's about thinking about past cycles and past experiences, depending on where it is in your cycle. Thank you for that, Tiny. Tiny, stop licking your bum. So it's about these cycles and these things in the past, and it's about things in the past for you it wasn't clear. I'm going to clarify this card for you, actually. There was some dodginess that was going on, and there was some hidden stuff, which none of these cards really suggest that, but that's the energy that I'm feeling. It's hidden stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like there was a blindfold on. There was I think there was someone else in the relationship. There was something that yeah, checking you see these. There was something that you were not privy to, or you couldn't see clearly in the past. And maybe it was just about a decision that you had to make. But look, we've got 3 swords actually that are just additional cards that aren't even like part of the reading. These are just additional cards for you, because there's obviously an emphasis on the past few weeks or past few months that has been going on, and that's been a challenging cycle for you. You're coming out of that cycle anyway. Could have been related to someone from the past relationship. You're coming out of that cycle into something new. Could have been with an air sign, Leo, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could have been with an air sign, because, as I said, we've got all this air energy. But with this progress, we've gone from the 10 to the ace to the 2. So there's progress, or this is what has been experienced. I feel like this has been experienced before you get into July, but you apply it as it resonates with you, okay? And the reason I say that is because, as well, it could be related to the past, okay? I think past emotional experiences have been really challenging, actually, but you're now feeling better about yourself, and going into July and throughout July, much better about yourself, much happier, much more positive, and there is going to be love entering your life. It feels like that. We've got the King of Pentacles. Either this is you or someone else coming into your life, but we'll relate it to you for now, because I've not seen these cards. We'll relate it for you for now, Leo. So the King of Pentacles, this is related to Earth energy. So that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a card of abundance and manifestation. This is a card of building solid relationships, building solid businesses, building something solid for the future, putting energy into building something solid, something abundant, something that you want to see manifested into this world. As this is a love reading, I'm going to say it's about putting work, energy and effort into your relationship, into a relationship. So some of you could have had difficulties in the past with your partner that you're with now, that your current partner. You could have had a really difficult relationship with your husband, or your long-term partner, or your wife, doesn't matter, male, female. And you're moving out of that energy into a new beginning, new start. You know, but we've got this Five of Wands. Oh, incidentally, I'm going to be doing a key wisdom video, actually, about the fives, about Five of Pentacles, Wands, Cups and Swords, because, you know, in my personal readings as well, especially, I've had quite a lot of fives coming out, as well as in these readings. And, you know, fives are a real challenging energy that people really struggle to move through. So the key wisdom video is going to talk about how to move through the energy of the fives and what they all mean. Very briefly, Wands energy is about our life force, our passions, the things that motivate and move us. When we get fives are about a challenge, a personal challenge, that's brought about because of our interactions or dealings with other people. So the Five of Wands can be about conflict, butting heads, people getting into arguments, disagreements about things, but being passionate about what the things that they're disagreeing about. We can agree to disagree. It's not really, it can be indicative of pettiness as well, as in like, you could be holding a grudge. It's not even about grudges. It's just like silliness. It's just like, people arguing around you or you arguing, but nothing big, nothing major. I'll clarify this card for you, the Five of Wands. I sense I'm talking quite fast, but energetically, yeah. So we've got, this is Three of Cups, so this is reconciliation. So some of you could have been, arguing with your husband or your long-term partner or your wife or your whoever it is you're seeing or dating or being with or whatever. Minor conflicts, and there's going to be some time for selling. You're going to be overcoming that, this month in July, Leo. I feel like, Leo, some of you have been quite isolated. Even those of you in relationships, I feel like you've been dealing with your own karma. I feel like you've been going through some internal some internal struggles, facing your own demons, if that makes sense, facing up to your own challenges. I feel like some of you have been going through that before we get to this card. Why would that, the Knight of Wands, the Sun, clarify? This is about clarifying the past stuff, the past hurt, if that makes sense, and enlightenment from that. So it could be that the person that you were seeing, someone who there wasn't any structure or relationship with, and this has made you doubt your self-esteem. When we have, if there's been a lot of energy related to our second and third chakras in these readings today, related to our sacral chakra, fire energy, that's what this is related to, and related to our solar plexus, the Sun card related to. So it's as if there's the sacral chakra, the second chakra, which this card's related to, fire, that's you, actually, that's your element. This is related to our perceived and real experiences, that the emotional impact that they've had on us, on our self-esteem, on our ability to be motivated to move forward toward the things that we want. In a nutshell, that is what the second chakra is about. That's what it's for. That's what its purpose is energetically, okay? And it looks like there's been, for you, it was hard. There's been a relationship that wasn't a solid relationship in the past. Or maybe when you were younger, actually, it could have just been when you were younger, you were treated badly, you were treated, used and abused, shall we say, by an ex-partner. And that's been the thing that has challenged you and that you have to overcome. Or some of you could have recently been dating somebody who was basically an idiot, and it could have been that type of relationship. We're moving away from that energy, but we do have the Three of Cups. Let's look at these cards, because I'm going on. Let's look at these cards and see what. Yeah, so see. It's quite interesting, actually. You've got quite a lot of cards, way more than any other sign so far, but there's a lot coming through for you, Leo. It's as if some of you, it is, the past relationship, looking back in the past. Let's look at these. Let's look at the cards individually, first of all, okay? So we've got the Seven of... What does that say? Seven of Swords. Sorry, I'm very tired. I'm getting tired now. I need to eat some food. We've got the Seven of Swords. So actually, when we get the Seven of Swords like that, we are talking about a challenge with sevens as well. Challenge, but it's a personal challenge that we've got to overcome. So it's our own, for this other person, it's our own shortcomings, our own lower ego needs. It's, doing things that aren't for our highest good, but that make us feel good. With the Seven of Swords, it's about potentially telling lies to people, being manipulative toward people. It's about, it's a lose-lose situation. It's like, well, I'm not going to tell them the truth, because if I tell them the truth, they're going to think I'm an idiot, or they're going to dump me, or they're going to want to end the marriage. So I'm going to keep it hidden, or I'm going to lie a little bit. This person, because I want to stay with Leo. But what this person doesn't realise is that this person, by doing that, is actually shooting themselves in the foot and is actually not getting anywhere with anything. They're going to end up like this, like with the Five of Cups. This is about looking back at you know, and with sadness really about the relationship that you were in, and the treatment of you or someone else by you, or you to somebody else. Sorry, I'm speaking really quickly because it's coming through really quickly. I do apologise. And let me just try to slow down. Let's take a quick drink of water. So with the Five of Cups, this person now, your ex, could be your ex-partner, could be a past ex from the distant past. They are, you know, struggling with maybe the way that they treated you in the past. It's looking like they want to come forward and be clear and be truthful and be honest with you. Remember, we do have the Ace of Swords as well. So there's a lot of air energy here. You know, as I said, I think I mentioned some of you could have been dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All signs are represented though, but you know, there is quite a high instance of sword energy in here. So this person could be wanting to come towards you to offer you, Leo, an apology, and maybe want to get back with you, maybe want to say they're sorry, maybe not want to get back with you, but just maybe want you to just know that they are sorry. It could have been someone who was kind of like one night stand sort of status in the background, but you didn't really realise maybe that person was just using you for sex and you didn't really realise. You thought it was a much more solid commitment, but then it was revealed that it wasn't, and that left you feeling hurt and betrayed. Ten of Swords. You've moved past the energy of the Ten of Swords, but this person might want to come back and say, actually, this is the situation, this is how I feel. Or you could have treated someone that way, Leo, so you apply it as it resonates with you. But the King of Swords is about speaking truth. It's quite funny how we've got King of Swords and King of Pentacles. You know, these energies are not really compatible, air energy and earth energy. But it's balanced in that if the King of Swords is going to be honest, the King of Pentacles is going to be honest for sure. You know, male, female, doesn't matter. That is what we're going to get. We're going to have a balanced conversation. We're going to have clarity. Let us just clarify this. I want to clarify the King of Swords with this card here, which is the Four of Wands. So some of you could have been in a relationship with this person, or this person could be wanting a relationship with you. That's what they could be coming back to say to you. They could be saying, I'm sorry. You know, I did want this card. I've seen it 3 times and I keep ignoring it, but it obviously wants to make itself known. Ace of Cups. Maybe there is a new emotional beginning that this person wants with you. I feel like in June, the energy was ripe for reconciliations. Now, the energy in July is about, because of all the retrograde, because of all the planets that are in retrograde, it's about looking back and making amends and learning the lessons and recognising the lessons that we should have learned, etc., etc. That's what July is going to be about. So yes, some of us could be receiving apologies, some of us, and that doesn't mean getting back together with people or reuniting with people. It just means that we might be getting an apology. Someone might be accepting blame for, or you might be accepting blame for your part in things or for their part in things. And that's what retrogrades are all about. And also about learning, realising what we've learned from a challenging situation. So even if you've been through the Ten of Swords, you know, even if you've been through that energy, it's about realising how that energy has benefited you. That energy is coming to an end. It's about realising how it's benefited you and moving forward in a balanced way, and not letting that hold you back negatively anymore. So, you know, there's a new, I mean, look at that as well. You know, there's a new emotional beginning to come in and security coming for you as well. Okay, so let us now, 18 minutes. So let us now draw the final 3 cards for outcome. I mean, look though, if we look down this row, because these are the clarifiers, we've got 3 of Cups, we've got 4 of Swords. So there seems to be an energy of wanting to move forward. You know, it won't be reunions for some of you, but it will be just a moving on from the negative energy from the past and the hurt that both of you felt in the past. Whether you knew each other in the past or not, you know, whether this person's brand new to your life, they've gone through a similar experience of moving through. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you know, is this person going to be a liar? You know, if this new person coming to my life, are they going to be a liar? I don't think so, no. I think that whether you know this person or not, I think that this really, in this instance, it's about their own self-esteem. It's not about whether you're good enough for them or not. Does that make sense? It's their own challenge that they've got to overcome. Let's look at the outcome cards anyway, because that'll give us some more clarity, and then at least we'll be able to see if we need to clarify that Five of Swords. Okay, they're ready. So let's look. We're going to pick 3 for outcome. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the 2 of Wands. We've got the 7. This one wants to come out as well. We've got the 7. We've got the Death. Okay, so for some of you, it will be some of you will be ending a relationship or potentially ending a relationship this month. And it's going to be for your highest good and for your betterment. And we know that because we've got the Sun card and we've got the Death card. And we've got the 3 of Cups. So if we've got, if we've got the Sun, the most positive card in the deck, the card about the card of abundance, the card of growth, the card of expansion, the card of positivity, generosity, we've got that card. That's the first card out for you. That's your energy for this month. That's what you can experience. So even if you are entering a relationship and moving away from that, that's going to be something that's going to be for your benefit and for your highest good, Leo. Okay. We've also got I'll come to this. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is a card of independence. It doesn't mean singledom necessarily. It's a card of independence. You're financially secure and emotionally settled, emotionally calm, emotionally strong. You are an abundant and growing and gaining in that. Some of you are leaving behind a rotter. By that I mean someone who's not very good for you, who wasn't very good for you, who was in and out of your life, who treated you like rubbish, who lied to you, who manipulated you. They might feel bad about the fact that they treated you like that. They might realise that they now love you, but you're in a different spot. You're feeling like, I want a new opportunity. I'm feeling good on my own. I'm feeling strong on my own. That's what you're feeling. And they... And this again, two of Wands is about a new opportunity coming. It's about you being in control of the opportunity. It's about you having already done some of the groundwork, i.e. emotionally, and spiritually. You've already done, personally, already put some groundwork in order that you can manifest and bring into your life the Sun and the King of Pentacles. That energy of, this is what I want. I want a brand new start. I want a brand new world. I want a new relationship. If that's what you want, you can have that. You've already put work and energy and effort into yourself in order that you can achieve that, Leo. Regardless of whether this person, some of you have really, as I said before I started, you've been treated unfairly, you've been treated badly. This person who treated you unfairly, treated you badly, could be a fire sign, could be a earth sign. That person is realising what they did wrong. They're realising that they need to apologise. They're realising that they need to come forward and speak their truth to you. That doesn't mean that you're going to want to get back together with them. It might be a reason for you to celebrate the fact that they've apologised, but you're ready to move forward in a different direction. I mean, yes, you can probably, it's a choice. You can go back, or you can move. I don't mean go backwards. I mean, you can go back to somebody else that you've been with in the past, reconcile, or you can take a brand new path and a brand new approach and be confident in that. Okay. There's choices though. So if someone does come back from you, return from your past, apologise, tell you that they love you, there's choices for you to make, and you're not really sure whether you should trust them or not. Okay. I'm going to clarify the 7 of Swords at this point, because I thought I'd do that if it was necessary. You're not going to believe me, but this was on the bottom of the pack before, and I shuffled them, and this comes to the top of the pack. Okay, so the Hanged Man, to clarify, the Hanged Man is so this is hidden in this right. Let me explain what I mean by the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man for me is a difficult period, the end of a difficult period, at the end of a challenging period, and you've ended something, or you've left a job, or you've left a relationship, and you know what you want to do next, but you have to stay in this energy first before you move on, because you have to sort of reflect on how the experience has affected you and what you've learned from that experience. So the Hanged Man is it's that energy of trying to see and understand the impacts and the beneficial impacts of past negative experiences, and incorporating them into our lives and into ourselves before we move forward onto the next thing that we want in life. Okay, so what this suggests as a clarifier for the Seven of Swords is that the person that this person was lying to was themselves. The person that you've been dealing with in the past, or you might not know this person. This could be a brand new person you meet, and this could be something that challenged them in a previous relationship. It was that they sat on their feelings and they weren't open with how they felt. They weren't open with how they felt with the other person, or they haven't been open with you in the past about how they feel about you, because it's something that they wanted to try to get a grip of and hold on to and understand more clearly. But what that has meant is that it might have led to conflict. It might lead to conflict. This hidden, these emotions that are hidden, it will lead to confusion. But eventually we'll get clarity. Remember, we have as a focus for this month for you the Ace of Swords, okay, and we've got the King of Swords here. So when it comes to you thinking with this Seven of Cups, is this person someone I can trust, or should I go with this person or that person? You know, I think that it's about having that conversation and being challenged to trust in the process, you know, just being challenged to trust in the process. Whatever comes out, however you speak, whatever they say to you, Leo, whatever you say to them, Leo, is for your highest good, is for your transformation and for their transformation as well. We've got the Death card. The Death card, I celebrate this card. It's such a beautiful energy because, yes, we've had to go through so much to be transformed, but we've got a brand new world with the Death card. We've got the end. The Ten of Swords is the minor arcana equivalent of Death card. It's like you've already done the hard bit. And you still may be reeling from what you've done. You still may be reeling from the challenge that you went through before you got to this. Before you got to the sun, before you got to the death. You might still be physically. You might come into July, Leo, still with some resonant, some lingering resentment and some lingering feelings, you know, of hurt and of pain. But it's a transformation out of this energy. So your outcome for you got a lot of cards. No one else has got this many cards. I can't believe how many cards are out here actually. But I really feel like for you, there's it's about transformation. It's about coming from below into the light, coming from the darkness into the light. So that means that there's been some huge amount of struggle for you personally, Leo, up until July, but it's about transforming that now. It's about, I hope that you can feel the difference in that energy. I hope that you're feeling the difference, the energetic experience, the difference that is now bringing into your life, because that energy is now over, the heaviness is now over. Okay, I promise you that. I'm going to do an additional love reading, as I said, Leo, in the middle of the month. So comment below and let me know if this is resonant with you. As I said, I'm going to do the love reading, I think around the middle of July, but click the bell so that you get the notifications, and your general bi-weekly readings will be going out at some point this week as well, okay? I hope this was valuable and helpful for you, Leo. Thank you so much for the support that you've given me so far. Have a wonderful July, and I'll see you all very, very soon, Leo. Bye.